Is everybody in, right? Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family. Welcome to Wimbledon Spiritualist Church, where the power of spirit is ever present and we embrace an interfaith perspective. It's good to see familiar and new faces in our congregation, and we also say a big hello to everyone joining us live on Facebook and YouTube. It's a pleasure to introduce our guest medium today, Elizabeth TTitterton, from the Mull of Kintyre in Scotland, making a welcome return to Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. So please give her a very warm welcome. Before giving us the reading, address, and demonstration of mediumship, Elizabeth will begin with a brief introduction about her spiritual journey and work as a medium, and then open our service in prayer. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Hello, everybody. Nice to be back. I have to say, it's just such a wonderful place to come back to, because the energy meets you as soon as you come in. And for me, that's really what brought me on this journey, because I was sitting with energy for a long, long time when I was a child, welcomed them in, never felt awkward around energy that would meet me. And it just continued until adulthood, really. And when I thought about what I wanted to do to try and bring more to this kind of journey of mine, it involved spirit. It's involved spirit since the day one. And for me, it's a really important way of working. So I come from the Mull of Kintyre in Scotland. It's a long way from here, but it was such a lovely journey to make, because being able to bring my work to wherever it takes me is really out of my control. I feel spirit are guiding all the way. And it's been like that for me. I've had great mentors, really Gordon Smith and other really significant people, in particular the lady who I sit with in Circle, who has been taking Circle and could be out here doing what I do and chose not to do it. She chose to help others develop that link and take that link to where it needed to be. And I'm very thankful for that. So I'm really grateful for a lot of people who have been flagged up to me because spirit brought me to them, I feel, and vice versa. And that is the way I work as a medium. I've been doing it now for quite a few years, and I have a wonderful guide who I rely on totally. And I know that when I feel that energy coming in, I know he's working there and allowing me to do what I have to do as well. It's all about communication, and it's all about connecting. It's all about healing grief for me, and it's all about the love that spirit sits in, and for us to be able to try and feel it as an audience member, or those of us who work certainly here on the platform. So thank you for allowing me to join your day, to be part of this today. It's very important for me, and it means a lot. So thank you very much. And I shall now take you into the opening prayer, if that's all right, please. So can I ask you all just to close your eyes? Thank you very much. Thank you. Great Spirit, we offer ourselves in prayer today, born out of a love for spirit. And as we open our hearts, the light shines ever bright on this new day. As we sit here in this wonderful place of stillness, we feel Spirit's energy around us. And we ask you, Great Spirit, that Spirit's light shines on the tired and those in need, and all in need of healing and comfort in these uncertain times, including Mother Earth and her animals. In Spirit's abiding love, we stand together, spirit to spirit, sending our love and our healing thoughts in abundance to everyone, everywhere. And as we turn our heads today forever skywards, we are thankful for this day and for this time of coming together. Our hearts beat as one, and our souls soar in the presence of Spirit. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Now, please join me to still our minds and open our hearts as we pray for all those people, children, and animals in need of spiritual healing, love, and light across the planet. In places of war and conflict, nations affected by natural disasters, victims of the Middle East conflict, everyone involved in rescue operations and foreign aid, our National Health Service, the selfless doctors and nurses who work tirelessly for our well-being. We pray for peace in our time and the abolition of atrocities and violence, and we thank the power of the Holy Spirit for giving us strength and hope in times of doubt and despair. We include at this time the following names from our church healing list: Vic, Kelly and Stephen, Tina, Jim and family, Darren, Tracy Parker, Jeff, Tara, Jill, Lorna, Bernie, Marion, David, Stuart, Jean, Jen, Anne, Maria, Jeffrey, Daphne, and Shirley. We now move our attention into the healing silence, to be followed by the serenity prayer, which we will say together. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Petra, please can I ask you to take the offertory in church? Anyone wishing to make a free will donation may do so on the following link, which is also listed on the Wimbledon Spiritualist Church Facebook pages: www.paypal.com/LADPROMS. That's www.paypal.com/PayPalMe/LADPROMS. And while Petra is dealing with the collection, I'd just like to say a few very brief words about Father's Day, which we are celebrating on this particular Sunday. For children, today is a time to show appreciation for their fathers and father figures, and for adults to show how much they love and appreciate their fathers and husbands. We should never underestimate the invaluable contribution that parents play in our lives, and how much we sometimes take them for granted. So Father's Day is a time to acknowledge Dad and say thank you from our hearts for either his physical presence on earth or the love we had and will always have for him in the heavenly realms. Thank you, and we love you, Dad. And thank you, Petra, for doing the collection. I will now ask Elizabeth to give us her reading, followed by the address.
So the reading today is really following on much from what Phil was saying. And it spurred me on yesterday because I was standing in Glasgow about to board a train. And when I looked up, I saw plaques commemorating boys that had left that very platform many years ago to board that train for the war effort. And it really sunk into me when I was standing in the very place that these boys would be saying goodbye to family, to mothers, to fathers, and heading up onto that train, never to return. And it just blew me away, the amount of names that actually stood there yesterday. And there's a poem that I'd like to give to you in relation to that. And it was all about fatherhood. But more importantly, for me yesterday, it was all about boys and girls that went away to war and never came back. And this poem that I've got here is one that a Major Sammy Boyle had written. after D-Day on the 6th of June. He was a member of the Green Howards 7th Battalion and went on to go to Gold Beach in 1944. And he was killed in action, believe it or not, a couple of weeks after that. And he wrote this poem and he sent it. And thankfully we have it here still to look on and gather much emotion from, I think, as he wrote this poem. And it starts, if I should never see the moon again, if I should never see the moon again, rising red gold across the harvest fields, or feel the stinging of soft April rain, as the brown earth her bidden treasure yields, if I should never taste the salt sea spray, as the ship beats her course against the breeze, or smell the dog rose and the new mown hay, or moss and primrose beneath the trees, if I should never hear the thrushes wake, long before sunrise in the glimmering dawn, or watch the huge Atlantic rollers break against the rugged cliffs in baffling scorn. If I've said goodbye to stream and wood, to the wide ocean and green-clad hill, I know that he who made the world so good has somewhere made this world better still. This bear I witness with my latest breath, knowing the love of God, I fear no death. And he's buried in France. He never returned home, and a father never saw his son again. And it made me think of my father, because he was such a man not of great stature at all. He was a quiet man, but a man that offered me wisdom and love. He offered us everything because he gave of himself. And if we are fortunate that have had fathers like that, some may not, and it's not always the case. But for those who really are thankful for fathers still here or fathers in the spiritual, send that love to them if you can, if it's in your heart to do so. I was very, very fortunate, as were all my siblings. And he is very much a guiding force when we talk of spirit being around. He's always here, always with me. And I like to think we can all harness that. We all feel them around us. We just have to accept that they're here in that spiritual place, still offering that love and that wisdom. So please take that today, everyone that feels maybe the need for that connection, because they still offer it to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. And now let us just take a moment to reflect on those words before Elizabeth demonstrates her mediumship. I think it's very interesting that we've been discussing the strength and indeed the validity of communicating with our loved ones, and on this day particularly our fathers, in spirit, because I, for one, find that now I'm able to make a much stronger connection with my father, who has been in spirit for over 27 years, than I did when he was actually in the physical. So it's not just about, well, Dad's in spirit and he's alive and well, and that's great. It's about the fact that if we really focus and we really give that love for our father to him in his new spiritual identity, that will actually be reciprocated and given back to us to enhance and enrich our lives. So thank you very much for reading that, Elizabeth. Now, before Elizabeth demonstrates, I would ask, please, that if a spirit communicator is drawn to you with a message, church members, please respond with a clear yes or no to the statement, or if in doubt, just say, I'm not sure, and then Elizabeth can ask Spirit for further clarification. It's important for her to hear your voice, as that is the conduit of the energy which Spirit need to make a strong connection. Please can I also ask church message recipients to speak clearly into the hand microphone. Elizabeth may be drawn to give a message online, in which case can the recipient please clarify in their typed response if the message has been understood. And I will be monitoring those messages on my phone. So thank you very much, and over to you, Elizabeth. Thank you.
That's wonderful. Thank you so, so much. Now, as I spoke earlier about energy, I really could feel the energy today as I walked in the door, and it's still here. There's much energy in this wonderful, wonderful place. I want just to say that I do tend to move around a lot, and this is not good if you're on Facebook or whatever, because my energy does tend to take me all over the place. It's just the way I work, and it's that high energy that keeps it buoyant. So I will maybe come off screen, and I'm sorry for that, but that's just the way it is when I'm on platform. It always has been, tend to work like that. The very first energy I do have, and I have to say she's come in really quickly, is an older lady's energy that's come into me. And I feel with her, I don't know, I feel as if I may be drawn this way to this side of the hall. So I feel as if I have a lady coming in, an older lady, who I feel was very much more like mum, but I feel it's grandmother. So I almost feel she was motherly, but grandmother. She's saying to me, can anyone take grandmum in spirit here, dear? I feel as if I'm at the back. Yes. Yes, no, it's you. I do feel as if I've got a lady here very much like you. So there's a resemblance very much, I feel, within the family as she comes in. And I feel her motherly presence is being offered because I think there are dates around today, or dates connecting you to her, connecting her to family, dear. Can you take that?
I'm not sure about
I'm
dates.
speaking about anniversary birthday that perhaps is just gone or just coming up in the near future.
Yes, there's one in the
That's
future.
lovely, because she's just giving me the flowers, and when she does that, the flowers are meant for you. So she is coming in. There's someone else I feel with her. So I feel as if I've got grandfather as well. I feel they're both coming in as a unit, as a couple, and they're coming in for you, and they love to come in. They do sit in your home. So for me, there's an energy that comes around your home because you yourself have a lovely connection. There's a connection in your home.
Yes.
An energy that sits in your home, and she's very much showing me that. There's light in the home that dances, and she's talking about the room with the light, dear, that dances, and that's them. So for me, they come. Can you take that?
Yes, I grew up with them.
So
there was a parent role with them as well.
That's wonderful.
Yes, I can take all that.
That's wonderful. I just wanted to be clear that she's really giving me that memory of that place where the memories lie, dear, where the love lies.
Yes.
She was there at every turn. So for me, she was just a lady of immense strength. And she knows you're needing it at this time. She knows you're needing that strength from them in spirit at this time. And they come with that for you. Tears are healthy. So don't feel for 1 minute that tears aren't allowed. You're allowed your tears, because she sees that in the quiet hours, in the wee hours, dear, when you're wakening at night. And I know that that is the way she's showing me you. The energy comes to you. Now, yes, thank you. Who's Anne? Anne. Anne's connected to her. She's showing me the name Anne being given.
In spirit,
yes.
Yes, I can take Anne in spirit in the family.
That's lovely. She's talking also of the dog with her. So she's got a dog that sits in spirit. Now I feel it wasn't necessarily their dog, but she's showing me the dog that's coming in, and the dog sits at their feet. So there's a dog that's been there quite some time that is sitting with her. Can I just say as well, I'm from Scotland, obviously. Can you take the Scottish connection?
Yes.
That's lovely, because she's showing me the Scottish connection.
That's correct.
And very much the pride in that connection,
yes.
Bringing both together. So for me, England, Scotland are tying for the emotional content that's there. She's a lovely lady, but she knows that she's coming because she needs to come in for you at this time.
Thank you.
She's showing me light around you, dear. So she's showing me light. For me, that's only a sign that things will be improving. And that Spirit's way of saying, just keep that light in your heart, in your soul. It's difficult, isn't it?
Yes.
Who's Malcolm? Or
Yes, a neighbour.
That's fine.
Yes.
She's also showing me, yes, she's also showing me a basket that you have. Now, I don't know whether do you sew or do you,
No.
does she show me something in the way of a wooden basket or a threaded basket of some kind? I could be leaving you, but I almost feel she's showing me that. And it holds the memories. So there's something around a basket or a box. I do feel it's more of a basket that she's showing me. And to me, it's a woven, something around a woven basket that has things in it that are of worth.
I could still have it with family belongings. I have a lot.
Yes, that would be
Thank
lovely,
you.
because she's showing me that. It's almost like where that sits is where we sit. Where I sit, that's where the box sits.
Thank you. She's a wonderful seamstress.
That's lovely. That's
Thank
what
you.
it would be, because I feel as if there are other things other than, you know, threaded stuff. It's almost like things went in, things went into this basket or into this box. And it's so poignant when you open it up and just see everything sitting there. But just know they've come in. There's a male coming in now very quickly. So I feel as if I have a male energy coming in as well.
Thank you.
And I feel with him, he's been standing and he's been watching and giving them their place. But I feel now, dear, he needs to come in to give you that hug.
Thank you.
You wanted him in, and I know he's been waiting. It's almost like in life he was the same. He let them come in first because he knew that you needed him to come in after that.
Yes.
To give you what you need from him.
Yes.
He's never far from you.
I know.
You know that. You're feeling him there all the time. And I know that what's the ring? Have you got the ring, or he's showing me a ring?
Yes, I have it.
You have the ring.
Yes.
Is there a picture that sits by the ring? A picture that sits very close to the ring. He's showing me something.
Yes.
Of a picture.
It's right by the bed.
That's lovely.
Yes, thank you.
Just know that when you're awakening, and we talked earlier of the wee hours, those wee hours, that's when he's coming in. His energy is lovely. And for me, there's a real correctness about him. There's something about his persona that just offers love out. He's really needing you to know that that love's coming to you from him. That love's coming to you and overwhelming me with it. There's emotion in his voice, because I feel as if prior to the passing, he wanted to get so much said, and I just feel he heard you, he heard everything. Did you hear him when he passed over? There's something around the passing. Just after that passing, there was something coming to you that I feel he was trying to say, I'm all right.
He appeared sitting on the bed minutes after he passed. I wasn't there, and my son wasn't there, and we both saw him sitting on the end of the bed looking at us.
That's wonderful. That's what he's talking of, that particular time, and he knows that that will sustain you because he's there.
Yes, thank you.
What a lovely boy. And I call him a boy because for me he was mannish, but certainly for me he was always just a boy.
Oh, he was boyish.
Yes, very much so.
And he was a healer too.
Oh, wonderful. So. Wonderful. Because I do feel with this, he's talking of people around you at the moment needing the healing. And it's not just yourself he's talking of others, just he's around you giving that healing, yes. Emotional healing.
Yes.
Because someone's really having trouble getting past it, I feel. There are moments when it really hurts, and I feel he's there. You need to let them know he's here. John's common. John is such a common name. Can you take John? If not, I'm leaving you.
Several of them.
Sorry?
That's several Johns.
Right, that's lovely. It's almost like it's Johnny.
Oh, yes. I've got it.
Okay.
I know Johnny.
Yes, it is. It's more Johnny than John, because he's saying, tell her Johnny, tell her Johnny.
Yes, that's my brother-in-law.
That's lovely. Can you take the Flora or Florence or something around a F name? If not, please don't worry. Please don't worry. But I'm getting Florence being offered up.
Not immediately, I can't.
Don't worry. Don't worry at all. He's talking about the tree-lined street. The tree-lined street. or memories around this place. So I don't know where he's taking me to, but he's showing me the tree-lined street. And I do feel that is for him a memory of where, it might be where he grew up, but I feel he's showing me the trees on either side of the street. For some,
Yes, I believe that's the avenue where he
yes,
grew up.
I
yeah.
think so, because he's showing me the love around there,
Yes,
the naturalness around there, if that
Yes.
makes sense.
I felt it when I went there after he passed.
Yes.
So yes,
Just know his love's coming to you.
thank you.
He had to come today. It was first in, and I know there was a reason for them coming in the way they did, and your grandmother initiated it. And keep that in your heart, dear, because he's there. All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I would wait with you all day, but I have to get on. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
No, thank you so much. I have a gentleman coming in. I feel as if I'm being pulled over to this side, guys. So please know that I have a gentleman's energy coming in. That is Dad. So I've got Dad here. Someone got Father in Spirit over on this side of the hall. Both of, there's 2 or 3 girls. Please keep listening. I feel his passing was relatively quick. So there's a quickness to the passing. And I feel that with him, yes, he's coming in today to give you the hug. I feel him with you, dear. I feel as if, sorry, I'll come back if I can, but I do feel I'm with, they're taking me to you. What a lovely girl you are. What a lovely girl I am. That's what he's saying. She was everything. She was gifted. And I know that when he comes to you, there's a strength in your father still.
Yes.
He was strong. He was everything. You were a daddy's girl, and I feel with him, she still is. That's what he's telling me. She still is. Never had the time because it was so quick.
Yeah.
There was such a change, such a change. And for you to witness it and for family to be around, he found it hard for that,
Yeah.
more than his passing, the imminent passing. It was that really tore him apart, really, to know that you were struggling.
Yeah.
He wants you to know, dear, that he's fine.
Yes.
He's around the family. Is there someone with his name? Someone called after him on the earth plane at the moment? Again, he's just mentioning the person with his name.
Yeah.
And around them.
Mm-hmm.
You're sensitive anyway yourself. I feel you've got a lovely link with them. I don't feel as if there's any need for a medium, because you have that link yourself, dear, and it's an amazing link with him.
Yeah.
He always has been around since that very passing. Early morning, he's telling me.
Yes.
Was it early morning?
No, we used to meet early morning.
Early morning, because he said early morning was important.
Yeah.
That I give to you. He's talking also about Frank.
Yeah.
You can take Frank.
Yeah.
And he's all, yeah, thank you, sir. He's also talking about the bakers, or the person related to the baking.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
He's showing me a baker sign.
Right.
So there's something around a baker or a place where you would sit.
Okay.
But there's something around that he gives me in the way of a memory too. He's got a lovely voice. So for me, there's something around his voice that just offers attention.
Yeah.
And people loved him for that.
Yeah.
But they love you for it just the same, because you give out. You give out so much to others that he's aware, and they are aware in spirit of what you're doing for everybody, darling. So that's the way it's been offered from him. What a man he is.
Yeah.
What a man he is. He's giving me the 12th of a month or December. But that makes sense.
That makes sense. 12th of December makes sense.
That's wonderful. And he's showing me also April, which is also a month that is relevant.
His birthday.
That's lovely. He's showing me the number 17, or around the 17th as well.
Yeah.
As being relevant.
He's the 19th.
He's the 19th. He's showing me for you. Do you write? Do you write in a journal?
I kind of get poems in my head, but I write, I should put it in a journal, but I put it
It's almost like saying, write me the letter.
Okay.
Write me the letter, dear, and I'll be watching it. I'll be looking for every word, because I know that you do talk to him and he talks back.
Right.
But it's a nice way sometimes to just connect with them and give you that reassurance that they're seeing it.
I did that in his card yesterday.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
There's something that went with him at his passing.
Yeah.
There's something was placed with him. He's talking of, dear, as well.
Yeah.
And again, aware of you around it,
Mm-hmm.
of you around this. something that would sit with you forever. He's taking me to the shore, to the water.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, he's taking me to this place that was just where you and he were, where the family stood,
Yeah.
where the family are. For him, that's so much. Yes, and he talks of the bird. He talks of the bird. Now, I could be leaving you, but he talks of a bird that comes and goes.
Right. Yes.
But I feel as if that's Spirit's way of saying, we're here.
Yeah.
Do you have something in your garden in the way of, it's almost like somewhere that you sit in the garden that's overhanging, something overhanging?
I've put something recently up hanging.
I wonder if
sit
it's
on-
that.
under
He's
it.
showing me something that's overhanging
Yeah.
in the garden and the energy sit around there.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And again, it's just to let you know they're there and they're
Yeah.
coming in. There's also another man with him. So I don't know if he had a brother, but I feel
Yes.
he's got brother with him
Okay. That's
and
good.
he's doing this. So the brother's giving you, let them know we're here
Okay,
together.
good.
He's a
Oh,
lovely
good.
man. And
Yeah.
I could sit with you all day again, but he just needed to come and give
Thank
his
you.
girl the hug.
Thank you.
So important.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm okay for time, Phil. I'm terrible. I just tend to blather on and lose track of time. So thank you for that. Now, yes, yes. Can I come to you, dear? And I do have Father. I feel as if it was, there were three energies coming in, and I almost felt I had three of you, three dads coming in at once, but they're almost in unison saying, we need to come and give you this today. Again,
you.
I feel with your father, dear, there was almost no time. It's almost like he never had time to get.
I understand.
You
Yes.
can take that.
I
For
understand.
Father to come in today, he needs you to know he's here and been around. He's
Yes.
talking also of the lady with him. So she's with him. So there's a lady coming in as well, who I feel.
I think I know who you mean. Yes.
She's coming in with him. And I feel somebody called after the lady that's with him. Somebody with her name that's coming in. I feel as if there's two with the same name or
Not her name, but his name.
his name. Again, with your father, music's playing. So for me, music's always been important to the family, to yourself.
Yes.
And he does come in like that. He's a man whose soul touched everybody.
Yes, that's right.
He was a soulful person. He was a
Yes.
soulful man, and you
Yes, he
are
was.
too.
Yes.
You're sensitive,
Yes, that's right.
very sensitive. And I feel with him, yes, she was always sensitive.
Yes.
My girl, my
Mhm.
darling girl. He's talking about your eyes, and he's talking about your lovely eyes. He loved your eyes, dear. And I feel when he was looking at you, he knew he was safe. And when you looked at him, he was also feeling that
Yes.
safety. I could
Yes.
always count on my darling girl to give me what I needed
Oh.
prior to me passing over, prior to me going in particular. Now,
I can't take that because I
don't
wasn't there
worry.
much.
He's saying May is relevant. The month of May is relevant. And I know we've just left May, but he talks of a birthday or anniversary around May and giving me flowers for May. So someone I feel in spirit is connected to your dad who had a relevance to me, either in the way of a birth date or
There was quite a few family members that I never met. I never
Okay,
knew,
that
so it's
could-
possible.
Who's Robert? Who's Robert? Robert. I'm not saying that's his name, but he's
Yeah.
showing me Robert being given, or Bob. Robert.
I can't think of anybody in that name.
Robert. He keeps giving. Please
Okay.
take it if you can.
Okay,
dear.
I'll-
Keep it
I'll-
there,
I'll
because
think
he
about
keeps
it.
reiterating. Yes, yes. Have you got the red door in your house?
We used to have a red door.
That's fine, because he's taking me in the red door. And he said, you know, when we would open that door, the laughter would hit us. So I feel he's got his
Yeah.
mother with him. I feel the mum's with him.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel she's coming in trying to give you
Yes,
her
I
energy
understand
coming
that.
in. But he talks of the red door and he talks of the way into the house. See, when you would go in your red door to the right,
Yes.
that was the room he's referring to. And he talks of the picture that sat in that wall in that house.
He's talking about the lounge.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
He talks of a picture that someone I feel either still has or someone had painted. He's talking of the picture that the artist painted.
Oh, it may be, there was a picture of me as a child.
Oh, that could be
That
it
was
then.
drawn by someone.
Yes, because he's talking about the picture that was painted
Mm.
by someone for the family. And
Yes.
again, coming into you, coming into you. The number 3 is also being offered.
3 children.
Oh, obvious, yes. Is March relevant also? Because I feel as if March is being offered as well as a month.
Not specifically for me, no.
Okay, when I get 3, it's almost, I'm getting 3, but I'm also getting March.
Okay,
So watch for that. There's something around March in the way of a connection for you.
right.
The dog's in spirit with your father.
Yes,
The dog's there.
yes.
And again, the dog has always been at his feet. That passing showed the dog at his feet. The dog is sitting with him
Oh,
now.
thank you.
And again, you have to take that. The dog was more than a pet.
Yes,
The dog was a
Yes.
member of the family.
that's correct. Yeah,
Dog's still around. This dog's
Yes.
still coming around you and still
Yes.
coming around.
yeah, we often
Yes,
see
he's
them.
giving me that. He's
Mhm.
giving me that. Can you take a connection to Surrey?
Sorry.
Why am I being brought out? I'm not very good geographically, but he's showing me, it's almost like he's taking me out of London and into Surrey or thereabouts.
No.
Don't
no.
worry, I might be going now.
Yeah,
But please know that he's coming.
thank you.
He talks about the beads, or he talks of
The beads.
yes,
Um,
the
it-
necklace, the beaded necklace.
it may be some mala beads.
Could be, because he's showing me the beads, the energy around the beads.
Yes,
And again, yes, keep going, darling, keep going.
I
We're so
understand.
proud of you in spirit.
thank
They
you.
all are in spirit. Just before I leave you, there's a young male in spirit as well. So feel as if there's a young male presence in spirit
Okay,
that wasn't of a great age. So just hold that there if you can't take it. But I know that they wanted just to bring the energy in with them. I feel they've been there a long, long time.
thank
So
you.
for me, there's a young man that's been there quite a long time that's coming through with them. They have them all. They have
Okay.
them.
Thank you
But
very
Dad's
much.
there, darling. That
Thank
Dad is
you.
very much there. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, can someone take a Labrador dog in spirit? Is it yourself, dear? I felt as if I was getting full. The Labrador is the dog that sits at his feet. Is that right? Oh, wow. And the dog really is pulling me back to you then. So I know that there's, yes. Is there a birthday coming up? Birthday, just,
Mine will be July.
that's lovely, because they're
Yeah.
showing me the birthday coming up and they love the flowers. Now for me, it's peonies. There's something about peonies.
Oh, I love peonies.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And that's what he's showing me for you and giving you pink ones.
Yes,
pink,
that's right.
Pink,
He'd want to
pink.
give me. Yeah.
Has to be pink, dear.
Mhm.
Just before I do go, do you have something on the wall in the house? It's almost like there's something written.
I have poems and
Oh,
scriptures
gosh.
written in my, yeah.
There's something on the wall he's showing me that is written in almost like this lovely flowing writing.
Yes.
Again, he's just
that's
taking me
right.
back to show that he's around you and he's very much
Yes.
seeing that.
I have the 7 principles up in.
Well, that's
Yeah,
wonderful.
Yeah.
There's almost an angelic drawing too that he refers to. Like,
Oh, I know.
do you know what I mean?
yes,
Because he says,
yes.
please watch for the energy around there.
Oh, thank you.
That's lovely. So
thank
I
you
had to
very
mention
much.
the Labrador. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much indeed.
Yeah.
Bless you.
No
Thank you.
worries. Thank you. Now, you know that we talked of the war and we talked of people going to war and not coming back. Can anyone take a relative who I feel did go to war and came back, but they were never quite the same? So there was something in the way of I feel it is a male energy that went to war, and I feel it's the Second World War. I don't feel we're going further back, but I feel they went to war and they just never, I don't know, I think it had such, can you take it, dear? I'm right at the back. Can you understand that? That's lovely. I just feel with his energy, he wants to come to you today, because that really kind of, the address, if you like, kind of brought his energy in very quickly. But you know, when he says he wasn't quite the same, he was always the same when it came to family, to yourselves, to the love that was offered out.
Yeah, that makes
There's
sense.
a wonderful energy that's around you still. And I
Yeah.
know that your energy sits easy with spirit, and his energy sits easy when it's coming in to sit with you. He's a guider, he's guiding, he's always there for you, and he's so proud of you. The way, now I talked of John earlier, son. Can you take John as well? I don't mean that's his name, but can you take John as well connected to family?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Can you take Joe connected as well? It's almost like they're showing me the two names together. Again, just let me know that's who they are referring to. Can you also say, we talked earlier about the girl that does the writing. You are very spiritually driven when it comes to things being offered up from spirit.
Yeah, she is.
That's lovely. So aware of what you're doing, and you're so, yes, thankful for what you're doing. The number 4 is being offered. So the number 4 is relevant, either April or the number 4 is given. Yes, thank you. He's talking also of, now, who's that? There's a lady coming through with him, and she's with him, and she's coming and saying, I give my hand, I give my hand. So she's a guider as well. She's coming in very much for you. They're around you often with the cat, So they talk of a cat, that's lovely. And the cat is being offered as well from spirit. You've got a lovely connection, and I feel animals and the natural world are going to be important moving on for you, because I think your poetry or your writing is going to emphasize the need to carry that forward, if that makes sense. But I know that when you're connecting with spirit, it's very, very natural.
Yes,
very
nature
natural.
sort of thing, yeah.
Thank you. Do you have a bird that comes around? There's something around a bird or a bird's energy.
Yes.
Thank you. That bird's coming all the time.
Yeah.
And very tame. It's almost for me a wild bird that isn't wild, it's tame.
No, there is definitely, yeah.
That's lovely. Along the balcony. Now, I don't know what he means by balcony, but he talks of the balcony
I
being.
don't know about balcony. It comes and sits on the fence.
Oh, wonderful.
So it could be the windowsill. It might be down there.
Yes, that's wonderful. Can you take Woodchurch or why is he giving me that name? It's almost like Woodchurch or a place name very similar to that. If you can't take it, please don't worry. But
no, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll give you that and just let it sit with you, because I'm giving it again Woodchurch.
I'll look into it, but I
Thank
can't
you.
think of it.
That's lovely. Do you have his chairs in the house? Do you have chairs belonging to him in the house?
No.
He talks of the chair that sits away from the window in the house. So where he's showing me is a window and a chair sitting away from the window, and that's where energy sits very much.
I think what you're getting a number of different people, and one of them is my dad, and he sits in that chair. We can feel his energy.
Oh, that's lovely. They're showing me the relevance to the chair, and the window. And that, again, the light changes in the house. So I know that they come in frequently and show the light changing within the room, as it's doing right now as we do this service. So just know they're there, know he's there, and very much giving that love out, as always.
Neither of us have any vision at all, but we do feel the energy.
Yes, within the home.
In that way, yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. I think there's very much a healing element to yourself as well, and the healing is offered easily and given gratefully. So I know that you have great healing, and great healing being appreciated from spirit, because you do so much, which is always appreciated. Just know they're there, know they're coming. Thanks very, very much for that.
I've just explained to you. Sorry, I was putting my hand up like that, but because of her throat's not brilliant. So she was signing to me and I was giving you her answers, Kelly. And then I was answering mine. So we were doing a bit of a double act there.
That's lovely. I'm glad. You know the way they work, they just want to come in and offer it as quickly as they can.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's brilliant.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Okay, Phil. Lovely. Now, okay, thank you. I have a lady here who I feel, yes. Can I come to the lady here in the mid? Yes, dear. I've got a lady here who I see I'm looking at her and seeing you. So I do feel she's coming in, and she really wanted to come in earlier, I feel, because I feel her energy was in the peripherals all the way through this, but she wanted to come to you now. I feel there's much connection with her. So for me, there's a real bond. It's almost like she's tying her arm around yours, and she's around you quite often as she comes to you today. Do you have a sister in spirit?
She passed as a baby, but I just knew her for 2 years before she passed.
Oh,
she
that-
was a baby,
that-
but I've loved her dearly, and I often mention her.
That is your sister's energy,
Thank
dear.
you so
And
much.
you know, in spirit, that's the way she's showing me to you,
Right.
that same energy. So for me, there's a real interlinking with you, and always have had that link with her. You know, we talked earlier, and I've given names out. Can you take Jean?
Yes, I have a cousin Jean in
That's-
spirit.
That's lovely. They're mentioning Jean as well. And they all, yes, she's lovely. Can you take Smethurst? Well, that's a really strange one, but if you can't, please don't worry. But
I
that
don't
just
think so.
that's thrown up there. You know, when yes, family always held her in regard. She was always spoken about.
Who?
Your sister.
Oh, my sister. Well, only my mum, when she was alive, we
Would
discussed it, because the three of us were so close during the war years, you see.
Oh,
Mum lost her during that time.
I see. She loves the way people speak of her still. She loves the way that you speak of her still.
Oh, I've got pictures of her up on the wall, and I talked to her.
She's got such a lovely energy around her,
Thank you.
and a loving energy, the way you have yourself. There's a gentleman I feel coming in who had a great faith. So I've got a gentleman as well coming in with her who I feel had a really good, strong faith. And I don't mean he was maybe a church regular, but an inner faith. He had a great kind of connection, I feel, with spirit. So
Oh, no.
No,
No, it'd be my uncle, but he was very much so, but he was a witness, a Jehovah's Witness, but so he really had strong beliefs.
strong beliefs. So I
Yeah.
feel his energy is being offered up as well. And I feel he's just giving you the tipping the hat, if you like.
Right.
Again, he's showing me a hat. Do you have your dad's hat in the house, or has someone got your father's? What is
No,
that?
there's no hat. I wear a hat sometimes.
Oh, it could be then. They're just tipping the hat. And I felt as if they were taking me to the home to show me the hat in the home. Again, yes, you've got such a wonderful crew in spirit. So
I
for-
have, I
oh
think.
my goodness. I'm seeing dogs, I'm seeing cats, I'm
Yes,
seeing,
yes.
oh, your animals are important. So for
Yes.
me, that's as important to hear from the animals as it is from the human aspect, or
Yes.
the human link. But the animals are so important to you as you're moving on even, because for me, they bring so much to us, and they offer it up still
Yes.
as you go on. Who's Millie or Molly?
Well, I
Molly.
had a Molly, was a neighbour of ours many years ago, but we were very close.
Yes, they're showing me
Yes.
Molly as well. And
Gosh.
again, just the memories around Molly
Right.
and the smile around Molly. There's something about the
She
nature and
was
the
a
energy.
lovely lady.
A
I must
lovely,
say.
lovely lady. They're talking about the orange dog, like a dog. It was almost like a burnt umber or a.
Well, Mum had a retriever, which is sort of a golden more colour.
yeah.
She had a Labrador, which was more of a whitish colour, very pale beige.
I feel as if they're just referring to the dog that it's almost like a burnt umber, like a brown
Right.
orange kind of
Yeah.
colour. And that's the way the dog's coming in
Yes.
as well. You know, we talked of all these, I mean, I love all the old films, you know, all the old films like Lassie Come Home and everything, but they do show me a collie dog as well. So someone had in spirit a collie that they had of their own. So there was a connection to not a huge collie per se, but there's a collie dog with them in spirit that they're bringing in, that they're bringing to you.
I cannot recall that.
It's almost like they're showing me Lassie Come Home.
Yeah.
So for me, there's a relevant. Can you take the name Elizabeth?
Oh, God heavens, yes.
That's what it is. It's Elizabeth Taylor that's getting flagged
I
up.
didn't know her. She was on my mum's side of the family, but often it was mentioned.
That's what it is. They're giving me Elizabeth and
Oh,
saying
yeah.
Elizabeth Taylor. So they're giving me the name Elizabeth. Why they're giving me the dog though, and I do feel I'm getting it given again. Please hold it. There's something around the collie, and I feel the collie's energy is strong for you. So there's something around a dog's energy that comes around. And I do feel that's what they're showing me again and again. So please just hold it there.
I'm trying to imagine all the dogs that we've had.
Oh, I know. I know I'm the same. I've got so many. Do you have heather in the garden? Like the plant heather in the garden?
Lavender, we've got, my husband grows lavender.
Something about heather.
No.
If you can't take it, I might be leaving you,
Yeah, 'cause
dear.
it's lavender, it's lovely.
Yeah. Just know she's there. Her
I
energy's
will.
all
Well, this
around
is
you.
my sister we're back to again, is it? Oh, good.
Oh, that's
Thank
lovely.
you so
Thanks so
much.
much. Can anyone take heather in the garden? Someone planted heather or a connection. Again, it's almost like they're bringing me to Scotland. So there's a connection to the plant. I feel as if they're taking me to the heather growing in the garden, or the heather that grew in the garden. If you can't take it, I'm just going to have to leave it. Is it yourself? Sorry, dear. That's fine. Can you take a Scottish connection at all? Have you been to Scotland?
I haven't been, but my grandfather was from Scotland, but I
Ah.
never knew him.
That's what it is, dear, because they're saying take you to the heather. So again, he's coming in and really strongly coming in to give to you what you're needing. I
Thank
feel
you.
as if it's almost like he's here, but he's stepping back and he's showing me a lady here now.
From my granny, maybe.
So that lady's energy is around you a lot. She's around you. She likes your hair. She likes your hair. Now, I've got images of her playing with hair.
Yes, yes.
She did that, didn't she?
Yes,
She
yes.
played with the hair, but she was of a softness. There was something really lovely about her. She was never a grandmother that you would think back on. She was so lovely. And she's still around you yet. Who's Janet or Jeanette? There's something around a J.A. name. J.A. name. If it's not Janet, there's something around the J.A. name that's being offered to you.
I can't
Ja-
think.
Keep it, please. She's giving me again and again. There's something about changes for you, and I don't look ahead, but there's changes afoot, and she's around you and she's helping with those changes,
Thank you.
which will be all good, And again, as I say, I can't foretell, but
Thank
she's
you.
showing me that. There's light around you, and I feel you're needing the light.
Thank you.
You're so needing the light, and her energy does that for you. There's a male being brought in. There's a male coming in, dear, that's with her to come to you. And that energy is really strong. So for me, his energy, quick, there's something around a quickness to him going over, but it didn't matter. It's almost like, oh, I just wish I could speak to you one more time. I just want to speak to you. Well, you know you can. That link's open. And his love that's coming to you via your grandmother. And she's giving me a nod. Tell her we're here. We're here. Someone with him, someone met him when he passed over, and there was a male that was waiting. That passed. When he passed, it was okay. Because I felt you wondered if he was okay. Are you okay? He's fine. It's you he's thinking of. It's family he wants to be around and is wanting the energy to sit with. And it does. He does. It's almost like you tell them it's me. Lovely. Strong. Hands, strong hands. There's something around his hands that's doing this. So for me, it's almost like he's holding the hands, or the hands being held, and the need for that to give to you. I'm holding your hand. Please don't ever doubt that. So it was okay to go. It was okay eventually to go. He didn't want to, but he had to go. And he knows it's difficult. Tell her I'm there. Tell them we're there. He's sitting around you and he's got the blue shirt. So he talks about blue. Why I'm getting blue around him, I don't know. But the colour blue's been given. Do you have blue rooms in the house? Do you have blue walls in your house?
Yes.
That's where he's showing me the house and the blue walls, dear. So I know that's his way of saying, just let her know I'm there. He talks of the card that you've got. Don't know what card this would be, but he talks of a card that was written, whether it was by himself, I do not know, that sits in the house and it says everything that needed to be said. So it's almost like I can't physically give you it, but I can give you it in writing. So there's something around writing or something he did that he's trying to emphasize that he's giving you again. Just, I love you very, very much. Love you very, very much. Now, thank you. Have you got his wallet? Who's got, he's showing me something that's been closed, something that closes. So I don't know what you mean. I don't think it's symbology. I feel he's showing me something that was physical, that belonged to him, in the way either of a wallet or a book, or something around something being closed.
I can't think of it.
Not sure what he's giving me, but I can't really give you any clearer than that. He's showing me something closing. But for me, there's always that ongoing connection. It's a lovely, lovely energy and a handsome energy. So, you know, there's energies that come through and there's energies that come through, and he was really handsome. But he never ever felt, you know, this is me. It was always about you. It's always about everyone, the family, dear. So just know he's there. Thank you so much. There's a song, and I'm hopeless. I've got loads of songs on my phone, but there's a song that Pink plays or sings. Pink. And there's a song that's being played in my head, and I think it's When You Get There, When I Get There, something like that. Can you Google that for me? Because that is being played for me, and I feel he's giving me that for you. It is just very, very loving, dear. Thank you so much for allowing me to work. Thank you. That's lovely.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth, for an excellent demonstration. And just got some notices before we close this service. Our guest medium on Sunday, June the 23rd at 11 a.m. is Ashley Mills. Please note the healing clinic is every Tuesday, 7 until 8:15, and Thursday, 10 a.m. until 12 noon for members of the community and animals. You will be looked after and are in safe hands with our healing practitioners with a safe, friendly and welcoming atmosphere. Free will donations apply. New events for summer 2024 include our Friendship Club every Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. in church. Jackie Robinson will be hosting this week's meeting on June the 19th. Please note there is no Zoom option for Friendship Club until further notice. Please check weekly postings on our Facebook pages for further information about Friendship Club. The next open platform with myself, Phil Shaw, is on Thursday, this coming Thursday, June the 20th at 7 p.m. sharp. The doors open at 6:15. These evenings are a platform for intermediate, advanced and working mediums to polish their evidential mediumship, inspirational speaking, philosophy, spirit writing, art, and presentation skills. It's very important that we have good, strong, supportive audience to the open platforms. So if you're at a loose end on Thursday with nothing else particularly to do, please do come along and support us. And the working mediums will be very, very appreciative of your support. If you have any questions about open platform and would like to participate, please contact me on my Facebook page at Phil Shaw Spiritualist Medium, or email me at philesoteric@gmail.com. There is a demonstration of mediumship with Sarah Warman on June the 21st at our sister church, Hackbridge, at 7 p.m. The admission price is £5. Tickets are available in advance on the Wimbledon Spiritualist Church page link. There is another demonstration of mediumship with Ivan Lee and Ashley Robinson on June the 30th at Wimbledon Spiritualist Church, 7 p.m, £5 admission. And again, the link is available on our Facebook pages. Crystal Healing with Rachel Davis is available at Wimbledon and Hackbridge Spiritualist Churches for rebalancing, re-energizing, relaxing, and general well-being. The crystal healing is priced at £35 per half an hour, and please phone Wimbledon Church to book an appointment with Rachel. Please keep up to date with activities and special events, courses, workshops, and demonstrations on our Facebook pages and Instagram, where you will find links to pre-event booking facilities. And finally, a word about parking, which is available opposite Wimbledon Spiritualist Church on 2 meters if and when they are available, or in Hartfield Road next to Morrison's Supermarket. So I will now ask Elizabeth to close this service in prayer. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, everybody. Can I just ask you please to close your eyes? Thank you. Dearest Father in Spirit, our prayer is offered freely with love and with gratitude for our connection today with Spirit. We ask you, Great Spirit, that you walk each step with us as we offer our words humbly, simply, in appreciation for all that you are. Dearest Father, we ask for Spirit's presence in all we do, for the earth, for her animals, all who deserve compassion and love at this time. We take much comfort in offering our prayer from this wonderful place, our spiritual haven from a restless world. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you very much for a beautiful service.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Right, I'm just going to close us out with a little peace prayer of St. Francis. And I'd just like to thank Ashley and Rita today for helping us with the technical. Thank you very much, Rita and Ashley. So please join me for the peace prayer of St. Francis. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned. And it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Amen. Thank you, everyone. Have a safe journey home. God bless. And we hope to see you again soon. Thank you. I'm going to do some things for yourself and work. Would you like to go to the sanctuary or are you going to?
Thank you. That's wonderful.
I'll
So I
see you
just
out
heard
there.
you. Yeah. Thank you.